Well, hey guys, we're here back in Fremont again. We're actually just a little bit north of Fremont on the Wolf River, and it's getting towards the end of October, maybe beginning November here a little bit. Temperature's actually not too bad right now, mid-50s, low 60s, and we're out chasing some of these white bass and crappie that have just started moving in. We expect the walleyes to start moving in here shortly, but it's real simple fishing right now. A lot of Wolf River rigs with the streamer for the white bass, or a lot of the crappies and the walleyes are being caught on 16th to 8th ounce jigs tipped with small minnows. Just kind of letting it drift down with the current. We're in anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of water, kind of using the docks along the river as a guide, drifting maybe 10 feet out from the docks. And typically what we're doing is we'll make a drift, and once we get into a few fish, catch a couple fish here and there, we'll mark those spots, and then we'll actually come back and anchor up and try and fish those particular schools until we feel they've been fished out, and then we'll drift again, find another school, anchor up, and do the same thing.
Well, now that we've located a school of fish, which in this case is located on the downstream side of a large main river dock, and this particular dock houses a large power boat most of the year, and it's our belief that the school of fish are utilizing the washout that's created by the big engines of this boat.
Nice little crappie here, Fremont. Beautiful October day. Dinner. Upper lip. And it's thin there. There you go. Another nice fish. Like Jeff said, it's pretty simple fishing. Just a little 8th or 16th ounce jig. That's some fine crappies.
Again, the tackle and technique are simple. Light to ultralight equipment, 4 to 6 pound test, and 16th to 8th ounce lead head jigs tipped with a small minnow, throwing it slightly upstream and letting the current bring it back through the school of fish.
Well, as you can see, Shannon is actually having a pretty good afternoon. I had brought him out here with the intention of him running the camera and hopefully me catching some fish. But as you know, nobody on this show, there are really no egos. Oh, never mind. Hold on. There we go. Anyway. Ooh, that's a nice crappie. I keep my minnow. Now, actually what I can show you with this fish, forget the minnow, is with the VHS virus that was found in the Winnebago system and the Wolf River being part of that system, the regulations are such now that they don't want you to take any live fish away from the the river system or the lake systems, and they don't want you to remove any of the water. So once you pull your boat out, you got to empty your live wells. Your bait's got to be dead or, you know, other, and because they don't want any water transferred from one body of water to another that may spread it. So basically what I'm going to do here is a little trick we learned, since we have to kill the fish anyway. Alright, well, now that I did find the clippers in this massively organized boat of mine here, basically all you do is you take your clippers and you get right in there and you cut that jugular. Now, what that's going to do is you put it in a live well or your fish basket for 5-10 minutes, let that fish completely bleed out, put it on ice, and then when you fillet it, those fillets are going to be as white as snow. Well, as you can see, our afternoon's about to wrap up here. We only had a couple hours, but that's the whole premise of this show, is to miss as many fish as we possibly can. But Shannon's had a pretty good afternoon, and the game plan actually worked. We came out here, we know they've been catching some white bass and some crappies anywhere from that. What we've been finding now is that 6 to 12 foot mark, just throwing out little jigs tipped with minnows, letting the current kind of work them down, feel the line, keep a little slack in the line, and you'll either see that line pop or you'll feel it pop. But the size of the crappies have been good. We've been catching some white bass in the last few weeks, have been good. And that obviously was a fish that I missed. So I'm going to bait up. We got a few minnows left. We're going to finish out the afternoon, and then we'll see you again next week.